Good morning, everyone. So, what exactly is relationship? If I have to say in one word that what is relationship, because we come down on earth, we establish our relationship with others in our workplace, in our family, with everybody else. And today we are going to discuss the most important relationship, and the most important relationship from the dynamics of what normally people complain with. So majority have a complaint that my partner is not understanding me, my partner has cheated on me, my partner betrayed me, my partner has this anger issues, my partner doesn't know how to speak, my partner doesn't love, I fear losing my partner has that. So obviously, as we said, what relationship you built with yourself defines every other relationship that you attract. Before marriage, how much do you believe in yourself? What have you defined? Based on that, what frequency are you vibrating with? And that is the frequency you attract in the form of your partner. So when people are thinking of the compatibility, the most compatible soulmate in the form of a partner, it is not that what you were before marriage, probably you had no understanding about it. And slowly and gradually, as you develop that and you change that, can the relationship also change? Yes, it can. In Theta Healing, the entire concept of the soulmate, when we teach that soulmate class, it is, or you and your significant one, it is not about what had happened in the past. Like people who are not married, they can attract that because once they have the clarity, they can clear and cleanse the limiting beliefs and change their own frequency. But who already are in a marriage, what they do is they identify and change their own set of beliefs to be able to raise their frequency, to be able to attract that situation. So, this 3 days when we are going to take each aspect of the relationship, the first thing which I would like to introspect each one of you is that if you consider relationship simply as an investment, if I say relationship is an investment, isn't it that all of us invest into something? We invest into our houses, whether it's a rental, whether you have bought it, you are staying somewhere, you invest into it. Once you invest into it, you want to take the best benefits out of it. People who are doing business, they invest money into their business. People who are doing job, they invest their talent, their work, their time, their energy into that job. And we all invest, whether you invest into shares, whether you invest into property, whether you invest into gold, any metal, diamond, anything in life. We have a very simple understanding about it that when I invest, there is a return which will come to me. When it comes to a relationship, the most important aspect, we somewhere forget that relationship is also an investment. What you invest, like your shares, there are certain relationships which will give you benefits in a long term. Something is a short term. But you really require to have clarity. Why are you investing into it? And what efforts are you putting into it to increase or enhance the price of that investment. We have been told from the time we are as a kid, especially in India. Abroad, I don't know. So people who are from abroad, I don't know what were you being told as a kid. Here, people are being told to the girls that some prince will come to pick you up. Like Rajkumar आएगा आपको लेने के लिए. And to the boys, it has been said that, your princess you will come, your queen of your hearts will come, that Rajkumari will come, and all. So, somewhere in our mind, there is already an imagination. We see in the Bollywood movies that, oh, it was such a perfect marriage, it was such a perfect relationship. And a part of us is consciously looking for that perfection in the marriage and very unhappy about our marriages not being that perfect. And nowadays, the new trend is if you have stopped telling the stories to your children about some prince charming will come, some princess will come, probably the stories that they are being brought up with is the Facebook, social media. Everybody shows that, like, oh, my smiley, like, oh, my this photograph, and shows how beautiful their marriages are, how they have been traveling, how, like, in a flowery words when they wish their partners on the Facebook, on WhatsApp. I think the entire system of you wish someone has gone completely on social media with emoticons and with the flowery words. When I speak to you, I cannot pretend. When I'm in front of you, I cannot pretend. My body language will speak. But if I have to simply put it in a message, what is so good? Why is this missing in my life? Is that really missing in your life? Or that itself is an illusion? So, the first thing today I want to ask each one of you, everybody is complaining for the voice. Is everybody willing? I need to understand it from Mehak.
Yes,
Mehak, is
ma'am.
the voice breaking?
Yes.
Voice is breaking. Okay. Okay. Is my voice better? चालू करो कि बंद करो आज बंद करो Zoom bend. One sec. For some reason, I cannot see any one of you just can't see any one of you. So, to continue with the conversation that we were having, is simply to understand that when two people get together with each other, that point of time when they are getting together with each other, it is not about things, there is something like perfect marriage. It is about, and when you desire and you wish that I have this incompletion, but I expect my partner to be complete and make me complete, that doesn't exist. And when your partner expects, I have my incompletion and my partner will come and take care of me and make me complete, does not exist. It is the dots, if I give you randomly and I ask you to make a circle out of it, you cannot. But if I give you two circles together, and when I put those two circles together and say together, this part is something what we are enhancing. So that does exist. If any problem is in the relationship, we require to work on ourselves of making ourselves complete first and to invest into that relationship, because no two people think in a similar way. There is a complete different upbringing. There is a complete different set of beliefs. And when we are thinking that my partner ideally should be identical like me, does not work in a relationship. If you are running a company, then if you are very good in doing your sales in the market, what you require is to have somebody who is very good in the purchase department. But both the people being together good in the sales and nobody understands how to purchase the material, that company cannot grow. So company does understand that we compartmentalize. And together, when they are in sync with each other, it progresses and it grows. It is the same thing in life. Two people may have completely different qualities, and that's why they say that opposites attract. So, together, what's missing in you is present in your partner. Probably you value that and you appreciate that without thinking, oh, why my partner can't understand me. Similarly, what's missing in him is probably in you, and you take that lead role in doing that. Once you identify that, oh, I mean, this is my natural strength and not the natural strength in my partner, and without feeling angry and irritated about that thing. So there is an appreciation. Love is the foundation of any relationship. When people say that my partner is cheating on me, many people do not have that monogamy gene. They have the polygamy gene. So why do you, life is always about choices and options that you have. When you know your partner is cheating on you, why are you being in that relationship? That's the first question I always ask them. Now, in spite of that, if you're choosing to be in that relationship, in spite of knowing that my partner has this number one, number two, number three, number four, there might be hundred of problems that your partner may have. Why are you still being in that relation? Why are you not living? Some people come back and say, I don't have any support system. I don't have anyone at my parents' side who will take care of me. But didn't you get married at the age where you felt you can take responsibility? So if you are getting into the commitment of marriage, why are you still dependent on somebody else to provide you for? Isn't that the first point which you require to rectify and come out of your own fear zone? And then, for any reason that you are choosing to be in that relationship, then know that you are investing in that relationship and choose to take accountability for the same. And to know that your dividends will take some time to come. Then you put in your efforts completely without cribbing about it, changing whether it's your communication which is causing problem, whether where are what is your language of love. Is love for you that somebody brings flowers to you and then doesn't then go and cheat on you? Is love for you that somebody speaks flowery language? Or is love for you that somebody actually helps you in your household work? Is love for you when somebody takes responsibility? Is love for you that somebody cares for you when you are unwell? Is love for you that somebody wants and is going out to earn and doing efforts for you? How do you define love and which one would you prefer? What's your language of love? And rather than constantly focusing on what your partner is not doing for you and remaining that if I do that, my partner will get angry. If I do that, then this will happen. Are you deserving of somebody putting you down? How many times are you putting yourself down when you think your partner doesn't respect and honor you? What keeps you away from speaking your for yourself? So today I want you guys to ask each and every question that I asked right now and start building yourself up. You can buy everything in the market, but you cannot buy love of someone and respect of someone. Loyalty is the byproduct of love and respect. If you love someone, even if your partner has a polygamy gene, just because it hurts you, they choose to change. So, first, two things. You cannot demand someone that you respect me. When you love, when you respect someone, when you love someone, the acceptance is a byproduct. You start accepting people for who they are, with their positives and negatives. Then, what you are investing in, the second important, most important thing is the communication. 90% problem is because of the way in which people communicate to each other. And there is no effort being put there in how they communicate with each other. They are still focusing on, but why did this person spoke to me? There is absolutely no clarity about it. Work on improving your communication. If you do not like how you are being communicated to, let your partner know about it without the fear of them getting angry or annoyed about it. And a simple thing that each person deserves to be respected by. But you own respect when you give respect. If you are disregarding your partner knowingly or unknowingly while talking to them, in front of people, you make fun of them, in front of when you are there, even two of you. So if there is no respect, it will come out in your action. There are multiple reasons why people don't communicate well, why people get angry. Majority time, if the person gets angry all the time to their partner or family, it comes because of their childhood memories. And anger is always a sign of fear. Anger is not the sign of fighting it back, being courageous, being brave. Not at all. Anger is a sign the person is not in balance. So if any one of you have that problem that you get angry, rather than saying, this is who I am, this is I can't change, there is everything, there is nothing like you cannot change. There's a fear attached to it, fear of hurting yourself, fear of rejection. What does anger give you? When you get angry to someone, the other person draws a boundary. They start keeping a distance with you. They start avoiding you. And now, how does that people avoiding you helps you out? You get your space. The fear of them rejecting you doesn't occur because they are having a distance. When were you being first time rejected? In life, what made you feel rejection? When was the first time you felt as a kid rejected? To understand that that thing is over. Or when was the chance you could not speak up? Was that your father? Was that your mother? When they were shouting at you, they were screaming at you. If you have problem in your relationship with your partner, it's a pattern you pick up from your parents and your ancestors. You really hated what you saw in them. But unfortunately, the childhood years are something where we take programming and a subconscious mind for the first 8 years from what we are seeing and observing around us. So, no matter what, the thing that we disapprove of, a particular quality in them, that is what something which we start portraying. So, solution is also very simple. Rather than saying, why did my father act like this? Why did my father do this to my mother? Why did my mother act like this? Why did my mother do this to my father? Why did my parents do this? Why were they always fighting? Why did my parents didn't pay attention? Why that happened? You simply, in a very observer mode, unbiased way, close your eyes and see if there was any one quality in my father. If my father would have changed to make that relationship better, what would that have been? If there was one thing that my mother would have changed, that would have changed the relationship dynamics between my parents, what would that have been? And ask yourself, how do I implement that in my life now? No matter what you claim, you are also somewhere doing exactly the same thing in a very different way. So, your journey starts now if you really wish to change the relationship dynamics with your partner. And like in your diary, every day ask this question, take one thing, make an effort to change that for next 1 month. If that is getting angry on everything, make an effort. Next 1 month, I'll take care of not to shout, not to scream. If that is not taking a responsibility in a relationship, if you want to be provided by your partner that they should be earning money, they should be doing this, what's your contribution to it? Start working in that direction. If that's the ego, if there was lack of love. So start asking this question. And very simple. What do you expect from your partner? Do you expect them to speak to you nicely? Is that nice is good wordings? Is that nice is lower tone? Is that nice is smile? Start giving it to them. Are you giving it to them? They don't know a better way out. They are the product of their childhood memories. They probably didn't have any example to look around and see, oh, this can also be a possibility in a relationship. Oh, a partner can actually even do this thing for you. Where will they learn it from? So you set that example for them and you start doing it for them. So today there are lots and lots of questions. I want you to make the note of each one of these questions. Probably you can listen to the recording, pause, write down the question. Listen to the recording, pause, write down the question, and start journaling. Start picking up. And please revert back to us. Where are you seeing the progress happening? It takes time. It has been said that it takes sometimes 3 months' time to change the complete neuropath. And then we will again take back this topic to understand where the changes are, because I can offer metaphysical help, but what is the use of it if you are not making any effort? Again, this is a very karmic relationship from the perspective of your learning, because whenever you get intimate with your partner in a marriage, there is a lot of DNA exchange which happens. So you are choosing this one relationship to give yourself completely, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. So the relationship which you give yourself completely, your body doesn't know where the auric space is, whether it's your thought pattern, it's their thought pattern. So it's very important that your learning is done in a very gentle way. So I'll quickly do certain downloads, and this is a topic which I want each one to take efforts, get back to us, for us to offer the release. We are not going to offer release without you putting in any efforts of your own into this. Does that make sense to everyone? Yes. Just be determined to change your relationship. So just close your eyes. So, do I have the permission to instill the feelings into you that I understand the relationship dynamics between me and my partner, a relationship between a husband and a wife, or if it is a girlfriend boyfriend relationship, it is the you and your significant one, whomsoever you feel so. That through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is, I know how to establish a relationship between me and my partner based on mutual trust, faith, understanding, wisdom, respect, honor, friendship, loyalty, love, care. I know how to have a healthy boundaries in our relationships. I know how to give space to each other. I know how to accept each other for who they are, what they are, and how they are, without being judgmental about them. I know how to communicate with my partner. I know how to connect with my partner. I understand the body of connection, the language of connection and communication with my partner. I know how to articulate my feelings with my partner. I know how to let go of any past fear, anger, guilt. I know how to resolve the any pending karmic obligation between me and my partner with ease and joy. I know how to release the toxicity and being impervious to toxic relationships. I know how to understand this relationship from the perspective of creator of all, that is of the letting the most beautiful relationship dynamics unfold, and how to do that, and that it is safe for me to have such relationship. It is possible for me. I am deserving for the same into every cell of my body, every area of my life, at all the four level of my beliefs, for my highest and best and my highest and best possible way. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to receive these feelings. Creator of all that is, it is commanded to instill these feelings into whoever says yes right now and later, into any language that they understand for their highest and best. Thank you. Would you like to know what it feels like to allow me to release the soul imprints of any abuse, any toxicity in your relationship that may be coming from the different lifetimes, and that to instill the feelings into each one, that the different lifetimes that you may have lived with your partner, those lifetimes are over and completed. Those past lives are over and completed. Today is a new beginning, today is a new life, and you choose to create a new relationship dynamics between you and your partner, moving beyond the karmic zone of the past life, taking in the learnings of the past lives with your partner and integrating that into you, releasing the anger, hatred, fear, irritation, frustration, disloyalty to the light of the creator of all, that is to be transformed into the relationship of love and light, and that it is possible. Changing the soul fragments and giving it back to them by getting cleared and cleansed in the creator's light now, and asking them to return your soul fragments back by getting cleared in the creator's light. With the forgiveness towards the partner for being rude to you, being abusive, and being dominating, and all the negative qualities that you may have experienced across time and space through different lifetimes of those qualities that they portrayed into you, and seeking for forgiveness for across time and space through different lifetimes, the generations through eternity between the times, through your words, thoughts, and actions where you did and portrayed these negative qualities to them. With the forgiveness, you are now completely in surrender to letting the divine guide you to make the right choice in your relationships without fear, without doubting your own capabilities, and that it is possible for you to be guided by the ascended master to make the right choice and to be able to walk on that path of the right choice, to put in your efforts for the same, and to create a beautiful reality in a relationship between you and your partner. And you know how to do that, and to move on beyond any toxicity in this relationship. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that people who say yes right now and later all the work of soul fragment work, forgiveness, and all the beautiful downloads we instilled into each one for the highest and best now. Thank you. Would you like to know what it feels like to move beyond the limitations and expectations of definition, understanding, and perspective of a marriage? What you may have acquired from your ancestors or from the mass consciousness, what you may have acquired from the books you may have read or the movies that you may have seen, and to know that reality is very different and you invest into your relationship now to make it better and that it is completely possible. You know how to make it better, and you're deserving of having a beautiful relationship into every cell of your body, every area of your life, at all the four level of your beliefs for your highest and best in the highest and best possible way for you. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to receive these feelings. Passing unconditional love, light, and healing to each one. And I want each one to be determined to create the most beautiful relationship. And if you feel that your relationship just doesn't work, allowing your angels and ascended masters to guide you with the right choice. But to know that I'm choosing to be happy and I'm choosing to create happiness in my relationship with my partner and that it's possible. So, with a determination to change and with a determination to live happily, as I count you from 1 to 3, at the count of 3, you come back to the room and open your eyes with complete integration and balance. 1, 2, 3. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Balance, balance, balance. Eyes open, wide awake, completely determined. Feeling strong, feeling good, ready to introspect yourself and to bring the change into your life. A new you as you open your eyes, determined persistently to invest time, energy into your relationship dynamics and visualizing and having clarity of what relationship you want and confidently creating that for the self. Eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake. So create a beautiful relationship for yourself. I'm very confident about it. It's your relationship, so you are the only one who can bring that change. Please listen, make the notes, write down the questions, and start making that efforts. And we'll be very happy if you share your journey with us of where you start observing that change into you. And it 100% it brings change. What we do is whenever we get stuck, we do the B download. So anyone who is not being able to bring that shift, simply with the understanding and questions. Probably it's high time for you to empower yourself with learning the tools, at least the basic foundation tools, so that whenever you get stuck, you know how to use those tools for your own self. We do that all the time. Nobody has perfect thing, but with your imperfections, you create perfection and you learn how to deal with it and live happily. Problems will not stop coming into your life. It is how you deal with that will change. So if you are not being able to bring that shift, it is high time you learn B technique, you learn the dialing to bring that shift into your life. See you all tomorrow, continuing with our journey with relationship dynamics, opening and looking at another chapter of that. Thank you so much from the team Sesta with lots of gratitude. See you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. Thank you.